Benjamin Bennett's streams are disturbing enough on their own. There's definitely something unsettling about his content, but that's not actually why he's been included in this list. It's something that happened during one of these disturbing streams that makes it all the more creepy. For those of you who don't know Benjamin Bennett, this is him, and this, and this, and this. For the last 10 years, Benjamin Bennett has been doing 4 to 5 hour-long streams, which he names Sitting and Smiling. And that's exactly what he does. He sits, stares at the camera, and smiles for the entire 4 to 5 hour stream, which is honestly spooky enough, but during his stream, Sitting and Smiling number 5, something a little bit weirder happens. Roughly 2.5 hours into Benjamin's Sitting and Smiling session, the door behind him briefly opens, pauses, and then rapidly shuts again. Benjamin's house was being broken into, and Benjamin didn't move a muscle.
Hello?
Imagine breaking into someone's house and he's just... Benjamin continues to stream to this day, and he's had a couple other weird moments, but I'm not gonna mention them here. He pisses his pants. Sorry, I know I said I wasn't gonna mention it. The fact that Benjamin live streamed a break-in attempt, maintained his composure, and continued staring and smiling at the camera is super weird, but it doesn't even scratch the surface of the disturbing things in today's list. Today, lady and ma'am, we are taking a deep dive into the most disturbing moments caught on live stream. We're gonna start off with some pretty tame ones and work our way up. I'm gonna do my best not to censor much of this video, but the last couple of entries might need to be heavily censored to keep this video monetized. They get pretty fucked up, so if you have a weak stomach, I would probably click off this video now. I won't take it personally. I like to think of 2018 and 2019 as the Wild West of the streaming era.
They try to molest me and they try to hurl things at me. Are you writing this down? Are you getting this?
IRL streaming had just shot into popularity out of nowhere, and with it came a plethora of rather annoying personalities.
Teenager pulled away resources, risked the lives of officers, and blocked traffic for hours while illegally climbing the Queensboro Bridge.
In order to gain any kind of popularity as an IRL streamer, you had to entertain. And it didn't take long for streamers to realize that people don't want to laugh with you, people want to laugh at you. Smooth Sanchez was the prime example of painfully cringe content. I could probably sit here and write an entire video about Smooth Sanchez and his incel life, a title that he actually gave to himself. He willingly admits that he is an incel, which is why most of his streams involved harassing random women on the streets of New York.
A young sugar daddy. I'm young and I'm successful. I'm successful than your father. I could pay for your college tuition. I could take you to Starbucks and Whole Foods. I like Starbucks too. Maybe, wow, that's a big dog.
Look, harassing women is one thing, but do you know what's even worse than harassing women? Bomb threats. But do you know what's even worse than harassing women and bomb threats? Making a bomb threat while harassing women.
Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all of you. I kill all of you right now.
In February 2021, Malik Sanchez, known online as Smooth Sanchez, decided it would be a good idea to make a fake bomb threat during his stream. Sanchez approached an outdoor dining area and shouted to 2 women that he had a bomb.
Doing this.
Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all of you. I kill all of you right now. And I kill all of you for Allah. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do it.
It didn't take long for law enforcement to launch an investigation into Smooth Sanchez, and on April 14th, 2021, the FBI arrested Sanchez on charges of conveying false and misleading information and hoaxes. In November 2021, Sanchez pleaded guilty to the charges related to the hoax bomb threat, and he faced a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison.
Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all of you.
Simone Scott is a relatively small streamer who goes by the alias Aquiladora. In February 2018, Aquiladora was invited to join a roundtable discussion on Raj Patel's stream. When participants were asked about the worst things that they had ever done, Aquiladora responded with something truly fucked up.
What's the worst thing that you've ever done to somebody? Cam up in the tiny chat, by the way, when you're in.
Well, I used to work as a veterinary technician, so I once killed someone's dog.
And
I
glow on purpose?
Yeah, but no one knew because
Oh my
professional.
God.
But
oh no! My God, that's really bad. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't say that.
She justified her actions by claiming that the dog's owner was a really bad person and described the dog as pretty shitty too.
Oh, the dog was pretty shitty too.
What?
Scott added that no one discovered her actions because she handled it professionally.
Real good joke.
Do you regret it?
I mean, shitty dog, shitty person.
Okay, all right, we're moving on.
I wouldn't let anything happen to you, buddy. So, obviously, Aquiladora's comment led to immediate backlash from the online community. Local authorities, including the Santa Cruz Police Department, were reportedly contacted regarding her statements. However, I don't think anything actually ever happened to her. Eventually, she made a statement on the incident, claiming that she was just trolling and that it never actually happened, because obviously, you wouldn't want to admit that you're a dog murderer. This next story alone is pretty distressing, but there's a few theories as to why the incident actually happened that make the story all the more sad. Tetsu Shiohara was a 47-year-old Japanese streamer who had previously done numerous climbs of Mount Fuji, so it was no surprise when Tetsu chose to stream his climb of the mountain once again. But this time, there were a few factors to the climb that stopped it from being his regular hike. Tetsu generally only ever scaled Mount Fuji during the official climbing season, which typically spans from early July to early September. During these months, the climbs are meant to be safer, due to milder weather conditions and the availability of mountain facilities and rest areas. However, in late October 2019, Tetsu decided to attempt the climb during the off-season, which essentially meant that Tetsu had to deal with harsh winter conditions, sub-zero temperatures, strong winds, and up icy paths. However, it wasn't just the conditions that caused Tetsu's demise. On October 28th, 2019, Tetsu began his climb and live streamed the entire journey on the Japanese video sharing platform Nico Nico. His broadcast, titled "Let's Go to Snowy Mount Fuji," attracted viewers who had watched his progress in real time. But here's the thing, Tetsu wasn't prepared for the winter conditions. Instead, he wore regular street clothes and didn't actually have any of the correct climbing equipment. His equipment consisted solely of climbing poles and a smartphone for streaming. Tragically, during his descent from the summit, Tetsu lost his footing on the slippery path and fell over 600 meters. The live stream captured the incident, including his final moments and the sounds of his fall. A search and rescue operation was launched and his body was discovered the following day near the 7th station of the mountain, approximately 1,000 meters from the point where he had fallen. There's many theories as to what happened on that day, but the most common theory is that Tetsu knew that he was not going to return. To this day, it's still unclear if Tetsu's fall was deliberate or a genuine accident caused by negligence. On the 19th of December, 2022, Irish YouTuber VoteSaxon07 began his Christmas-themed stream titled Violent Nights. The description of the stream read, "Celebrate the most joyous time of year by watching a drunk mash buttons on a controller as if he's some sort of expert, then go mental after failing miserably, all in real time." As the stream went on, VoteSaxon07 would tell his chat that due to technical difficulties, he wasn't able to see the chat function and could not reply to anyone on stream.
What are we doing tonight? Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So, by all means, talk amongst yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but I've decided that I kind of hate live streams where people just sit and read comments.
A remark that at the time seemed plausible enough. But the truth is, this stream was pre-recorded days earlier. A perfect cover-up for what VoteSaxon07 was really doing that night.
I was reading somewhere recently, like the amount of police force that we have lost over the last 12 years is just fucking frightening, and no wonder crime is on the rise. That's why I like sticking to just doing crimes in a video game.
What the viewers didn't know is that Stephen McCullough, aged 34 at the time, was nowhere near his computer. He was on the way to the house of his pregnant girlfriend, Natalie McNally. It was here where Stephen would end the life of his girlfriend, subsequently his unborn child in the process. For a while, his alibi was rock solid. No one suspected Stephen as the killer, as he was streaming that night. But it didn't take long for Stephen to be found out. Stephen really tried to maintain a rock-solid alibi. This not only included his stream, but also included text messages to his girlfriend, stating, "Right, I'm away to stream the night away, wish me luck." To which she replied, "Good luck, I might have a peep at your live stream later." Eventually, CCTV was discovered of Stephen catching a bus and a taxi that night, which contradicted his alibi. A further investigation found Stephen's browsing history, which included searches such as, in an execution by gunshot, is it more painful to be shot in the head or the heart? And, which is less painful, drowning or burning to death? Stephen was eventually found guilty for the murder of Natalie McNally. To this day, VoteSaxon07's YouTube channel is still available on YouTube, including the now infamous Violent Night stream. Nerman Suleimanovic was known on social media as a bodybuilder and fitness influencer. He was charismatic in front of the camera, always shirtless and always sort of intense. His videos often strayed from fitness and into personal rants, complaints about people who wronged him, about injustice, and about being misunderstood. Some fans actually liked how raw and open Nerman was. It's pretty uncommon for influencers to have that sort of openness. Regardless, no one could even begin to fathom what was about to happen.
A brutal case of murder has sent shockwaves on social media. A man in Bosnia killed his ex-wife and streamed it live on Instagram before he took his own life.
On the morning of August 11, 2023, Nerman went live on Instagram, something that had become a bit of a routine in his life. But this time, the stream felt different. He started speaking vaguely about betrayal, about pain, about being pushed to the edge. Thousands tuned in, and none of them realized they weren't just watching another rant. They were witnessing the start of one of the most disturbing and f***ed up streams to ever exist. The camera was still, the light in the room was natural, and a child cried softly off screen. And then, everything changed. In a chilling moment that stunned his viewers, Nerman turned the stream directly into something unthinkable. He looked directly at the screen and said, "Are you watching?" What followed was a horrifying, violent act carried out live for an audience of over 12,000 people. The woman beside him, his ex-partner Nizama, beaten beyond recognition. He pointed a gun at her head and pulled the trigger. The violence didn't end with her. After ending the stream, Nerman went on a rampage through his city. 2 more people and injuring several others, including a police officer. But before they could stop him, Nerman turned the gun on himself and took his own life. Like, share, comment, subscribe.